Tampons and menstrual cups shouldn't hurt to use or feel impossible to get in. If insertion has been painful, uncomfortable, or something you've just been avoiding, this video is for you. I'm Dr. Alex Hill. I'm a board-certified pelvic health physical therapist, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to comfortably insert a tampon and a menstrual cup, especially if you've been dealing with pain or tension. Before we talk about insertion, let's take a quick look at the anatomy, because understanding what's actually happening down there is going to make everything make a lot more sense. Welcome to the pelvis. We have the bony pelvis here, and then we have the pelvic floor muscles. But first, let's take a look at the external tissues. So this is the vulva, which is your external genitals. We have the labia majora, which are your outer lips, labia minora, which are your inner lips. We have the clitoris, the urethra where the urine comes out, the vaginal opening, which is where the tampon and menstrual cup will come in, and then we have the anal opening at the back. The vagina itself is a canal, so it's kind of like a muscular tube, and you can see right here, it actually angles down, and if we turn this around as well, it angles down towards your back, down towards your spine. So if we take a look at this model, we have again the clitoris, urethra, vaginal opening, anal opening, and if we flip this forward, I took out the rectum that sits in the back and the bladder, but you see again, we have the vaginal tube that comes here and it angles back towards your spine. It doesn't come straight up. That's going to be important when we talk about insertion for the menstrual cup and the tampon. So this is the vaginal tube, so it can be about 3 to 4 inches long in most people, but it can expand and lengthen. So this is the vaginal canal, and at the top, this is the cervix. This is the lower opening of the uterus, and this is where the menstrual blood is coming down from. So a tampon is going to sit below the level of the cervix, and then a menstrual cup is going to sit lower in the canal and creates a seal just below the cervix to collect the blood. So now let's come back to the pelvic floor. So that's all of the red muscles that you see here. These muscles form the base of your pelvis. They also help to make up and support the urethra, the vagina, and the anal openings. So if these muscles get tense, if they get tight, especially this muscle here that forms the vaginal opening, either from stress, learned guarding, or a condition like vaginismus, then the vaginal insertion can feel tight, uncomfortable, or painful. The good news is that pelvic floor tension is something that we can work with, and a lot of the tips that I'm about to give you are designed to help these muscles relax with insertion. First up is tampons. So let's walk through this like I'm right there with you. First, you're going to wash your hands. Always make sure that they're nice and clean first. Then you're going to unwrap the tampon and get it ready for insertion. You're going to hold it in the middle with your middle finger and your thumb, and your index finger is going to rest on the bottom of the inner tube. This bottom finger is going to push the tampon up once it's in position. So you're going to find a comfortable position. You have options like sitting on the toilet with your knees apart, standing with one foot up on the toilet seat or the edge of the tub, or squatting slightly. Whatever lets your hips open up a little and whatever feels the most comfortable for you. Now here's the part where most people don't know, but I mentioned it before, that vaginal canal angles downward towards your spine, not straight up. So when you insert the tampon, you're going to aim it slightly towards your back, your lower back, not straight up. Think of it like a plane that's angled down to land versus a plane that's getting ready to take off. That's going to help a lot with the comfort, and that small adjustment can make a really big difference. So before you insert, take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, you're going to gently bear down a little, almost like you're trying to gently pass gas. You can gently separate the labia, and as you bear down, you're going to insert the tampon at that angle going down, and you want to insert it until your fingers touch your body. That means the outer tube is mostly inside, and you're then going to press the inner tube with your index finger to release the tampon, and then you're going to slide the applicator out. The tampon should stay in place. So you can see here that's not fully inserted. If you can still feel it a little bit at the outside, then it's not far in enough. You can always just gently press it so it's all the way in, and so you're not seeing it or feeling it. One other tip is a small amount of water-based lubricant just at the tip of the applicator can make insertion a lot more comfortable, especially if dryness is part of the issue. When you go to remove the tampon, you can do the same thing where you gently bear down and then you're going to pull it down. There's a lot of different types of menstrual cups available, but they all have very similar shapes. They should be soft, flexible material, and they all have stems at the bottom. These have been cut, but they typically come with longer stems, so you can cut them to whatever length you need. So first up is the C fold. This is the most common fold. So you're simply going to press the two sides together and fold it in half so the rim forms a C. It creates a wider insertion point, so it works well for people who find the other folds harder to hold. The next one is called a punch down fold. So you're going to push one side of the rim down inside the cup with your finger, and then you're going to then pinch the sides together. This creates a smaller, more pinpointed tip, which many people find easier to insert, and it's one of the most popular folds for beginners. The next fold is a 7 fold. So you're going to gently press the cup together, and then you're going to fold one side of the rim diagonally across the cup so it forms like the number 7. This is a smaller fold with a firm point at the top, which can help with directional control with the insertion. Once you've chosen your fold, you're then going to hold it firmly. It will want to spring open, so you want to make sure that you have a good grip until you're ready. You have the same position options as the tampon, so either the toilet, 1 foot up, or a slight squat. Same angle too. You're going to aim towards your lower back or towards your bottom. You're not aiming it straight in or coming up. So you're going to take a deep breath in. You can support the labia, separate it apart a little bit. You're going to take that deep breath in, exhale as you gently bear down the pelvic floor, so like you're gently passing gas, and then guide the folded cup down at that angle, again, like a plane is landing. Once the base of the cup is inside, then you're going to release your grip and let it open. You should feel or even maybe hear a small pop. If you heard that one, I'll hold it a little bit closer to the camera. And that's the seal forming against the tissues. Once it's inside the vagina fully, you want to gently rotate the cup. So just give it a gentle turn and run your finger around the base to confirm that it's really open. That's going to help make sure that you get a good seal. Even if it feels dented or uneven, go ahead, just gently press the side of the cup to help it pop into place. Now, the cup does sit lower in the vaginal canal than a tampon, and the stem should be just inside the vaginal opening or just barely outside. And so this is where you would want to trim that longer stem if it's hanging out outside the vaginal opening. When you go to remove the menstrual cup, you're going to pinch the base of the cup to break the seal. So even though I'm pressing at the bottom, you can see that that impacts the rim. So you're going to pinch the base, break the seal before pulling down. You don't want to only pull by the stem alone. That can make the removal uncomfortable. So pinch first. You can also give a little bit of a rotation as you gently pull it out at that same backward angle. And just like with the tampon tip, the rim of the menstrual cup, you can place a little bit of lubricant around it so that when you go to insert it, it slides in a little bit easier, but you don't want to get the lubricant all over the menstrual cup. That can make it a little bit slippery and harder to insert. If you've tried all of these tips and insertion is still consistently painful, or if you've just been avoiding tampons and cups altogether because of that pain, that's a sign that something more is going on, potentially with the pelvic floor, and it's worth addressing. A pelvic floor physical therapist can assess what's going on, especially with your muscles, whether there's tension, scar tissue, coordination issues, or something else, and build a treatment plan around that. That could include hands-on manual therapy, breathing and relaxation techniques, and even using dilators. Dilators are smooth, graduated inserts that help the pelvic floor learn to tolerate penetration gradually and comfortably. They're one of the most effective tools for vaginismus and pain with insertion. I'll link a video at the end of this one that walks through how to use dilators, so if that's something that you want to learn more about, that's a good next step. I hope you found this video helpful with getting tampons and menstrual cups inserted and removed comfortably. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more videos on pelvic health and pelvic pain, and share this with someone who needs it.